All right. So, hello and welcome. Lovely to see you attending today. So, welcome to Breakthrough Limiting Beliefs with EFT. So, today we're going to be diving into what's really holding you back in your business from commanding a premium income to really help you to expand at the level of success, of happiness, of joy, of ease that you really want to in your business and making a difference. So this will be your chance today to, come forward to work one-on-one with me, and to also experience the power of EFT, which honestly has been such a game changer, for myself on my journey, but also for many of my clients who've experienced many breakthroughs, not just financial breakthroughs, but with their goals, whether they want to be showing up, and be more visible, whether it's getting paid for speaking gigs or getting slots on TV, such as This Morning and Sky News, publishing books. So EFT is a really powerful tool, which I will be sharing with you in a moment, how we use EFT. And I really just wanted to share the power of this with you guys, because it has been transformational for me in my own life when I transitioned from a journalist to starting my own business, not realizing how many limiting beliefs that I had, in many different areas. And it's just really helped me on a personal and professional level. And it's been a total game changer, not just for me, for my clients. So very excited today to have you on the call with me today. Um, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using EFT to really work through, shift and transform any limiting beliefs and specific limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Whether it's a limiting belief, it's a story, it's an emotional frequency that feels like it's keeping you stuck at a certain level. EFT is going to help you to rewire at a cellular level, these old beliefs and shift very quickly to cultivate a new empowering belief system for yourself. So before we start, though, I just wanted to share a little bit about myself and introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, for those of you that will be watching the replay. So my name's Chloé Gold, and I'm an elite level business and mindset coach. And I've been coaching for 15 years now, at a deep transformational level. So I do work at a subconscious level, and I fuse transformational coaching with energetic and emotional healing. So I trained as an ICF accredited coach 15 years ago, as a coach and working in workplace coaching and teams. And on my journey, I also trained as in NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and EFT, emotional freedom techniques and tapping, which is what we're going to do today, as well as chakra mastery. So I trained as a chakra mastery practitioner, where I use the chakras as a map to help really pinpoint where my clients are stuck in different areas of their lives and businesses. So fusing energy healing with transformational coaching has really enabled my clients to make big breakthroughs. And, I think it's because we're working at a mind-body level, not just on the mindset. So that's a little bit about my professional. On a personal note, I'm a single parent of two. And on my journey, I used to work as a journalist, working for business magazines. But I transitioned into becoming a coach and starting my own business back in 2009, 2010. And I've really been on this journey of personal development, being completely obsessed with personal development since my early 20s, when I really started discovering all about mindset and being able to create the life that you want. And so what I'm really passionate about is empowering women to make empowering changes and choices in their life, empowering women financially, empowering women in their business, and empowering women at a really deep level at their core belief system, knowing that they can create and call in and receive what they truly desire. Because the truth is, it's possible for us. Yet what holds us back is often our mindset, or energetic blocks and stuff like that, we're going to be using EFT today to start to shift through that so you can actually experience the power of that. So I especially love working with women who are ambitious. They've got that drive, they've got that fire in them, and that they know that they're meant for more. They maybe entrepreneur, female entrepreneur. I love women who have got that they know that they have so much more to give. They're meant to live at a higher level, and they want to make a positive difference in the world through their gifts, through their talents. Um, so one of the ways that I work with women is coaching and EFT. So that's what we're going to be doing today so that we can liberate you from anything that's holding you back and cultivate really empowering beliefs that's going to help you break through your blocks and move forward. Okay, so how does that sound? Sound good?
Sounds amazing.
Yay! It is. It is. Because the truth is, if you want to expand at the level that you truly desire, you've got to allow yourself to be financially supported, to be financially nourished. You've got to allow yourself to be in the financial flow and the frequency in order for you to expand. And yet, what happens, many women in business, what we find is that there are certain set points where we don't feel that we can move beyond, whether that is financially or whether that's being visible and showing up at a much bigger level. And often underneath that are common beliefs, such as, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to get there. It's not possible for me. Why is it easy for her and not me? I have to work harder. I have to be more. I have to do more. I can't charge that much. No one's going to pay that much for my services. I'm not worthy of success, joy, happiness, or ease. I've got to work harder. I've got to prove myself. So these are really common patterns that I see in women. These are patterns that I've worked through myself, and I continue to tap through them because with every next level that you break through in your business, in every area of your life, but particularly when it comes to like charging and allowing yourself to receive a good income for what you do, there's always going to be that next level. And so we want to be continually working on these limitations that sometimes we're not even aware of or we're not even conscious of. And the great thing about EFT is it helps it to come to the surface very gently. And it's a very simple tool where we tap on the acupressure points, and I'll go through it in a minute. We can start to release some of this. Okay. And there are other beliefs, and it's going to be different for everybody, which is why, I do encourage, if you want to, get some one-on-one coaching today, do come forward, because sometimes there are different things going on beneath the surface, and sometimes it doesn't feel safe to receive more. Sometimes we feel that we're not deserving of it. There can be all different things that are going on that are specific to you, but one thing is whatever's going on with you, that it's universal. There are so many other people that are battling with the same kind of limiting beliefs. So as we go through today, I want you to really kind of tune into what are the specific limiting beliefs that are coming up for you or that are holding you back in your business. Okay, so before we start, I just want you to take a moment and close your eyes. And I want you to tune into what brought you on the call today. And if you could walk out of this call with a specific shift or result or feeling or belief, what would that be? And I want you to, this can be just for yourself, or feel free to, drop it in the chat where I can kind of see what might be coming up for you. And this could be just for you. This could be, yes, I came here for this specific shift. So I came on because I feel very frozen and stuck with promoting my business, and I know I can do it. I just can't seem to take the action. Okay, great. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. So we can definitely work through some of that. So what that sounds to me is, and this is so common, and this is something that I've definitely hit up against my own blocks when it's come to, my business. And I've been doing it for a long time, and yet there's always that next level, or, we've got to keep pushing through these boundaries because it's very common that, fear or self-doubt can sometimes come up, or it doesn't feel safe to play a bigger game. And so we can sometimes find ourselves shrinking back, playing small because it's what we know. We're used to that. And sometimes it's about giving ourselves permission to shed um, the old version of ourselves, the old belief system, the old feelings of it's not safe, and allow ourselves to kind of step up and out in a much bigger way, embracing all of who we are, showing up really whole and confident and bold, and really being proud of, what it is that you've got to share. Because the truth is, there is only one of you, and you're here because you've got a very important mission to share. You're in business because you've got product or service that you absolutely love, that makes you feel like, I know, when you feel like $1 million, it brings you confidence. And I'm sure there's so much more that you want other people to experience as well, right? And so it's really tapping into what that is. And removing the blocks where we get in our own way, right? We want to get out of our own way, and we all do that, to shift and tone down those feelings, very natural, common feelings of fear or self-doubt, to really stepping in a bigger, bolder energy. Okay, so I'm stuck with some blocks, insecurities due to financial aspects or issues. Right, so this would be great. So as we go through this, is to really pinpoint what might be some of the specific insecurities that are coming up for me, and how is it holding me back in my business? Is it insecurities about my abilities, or that I can charge that much, or it doesn't feel safe to ask and receive? Right. So if we can really start to pinpoint, and we can start to work through some of this as well, because what we can do is we can tap on the different things, because it goes hand in hand. The more we show up bigger and boldly, the more we're open and available to receive. People see us, people want to work with us. The more we're in our magnetic energy as well, the more attractive it is, the more clients, we attract, and people who want to work with us. And so it can be a bit of a catch-22, but sometimes we need to work on different levels as well. One is kind of showing up and clearing what makes us want to kind of pull back. And others might be slightly, different things, whether it's down to doubting our abilities, or anything to do with, can I charge this much, or it doesn't feel safe. So we want to shift the energy from, particularly, when it comes to wanting to, attract that next level in our business, or, attract that next level of income, or, whatever our goals are. We want to shift from an energy of waiting and hoping that it's going to happen, and praying and asking and begging and doubt, to an energy of knowing, of trust, of unshakable confidence, and loving being who you are, and knowing you're in the ease and the flow of it, and knowing it's all happening, and it's safe for you to lean back, and it's safe for you to receive and show up at a higher level. And we also want to be open to the expected, but also the unexpected. So setting ourselves up in practical ways to allow the different streams of income to flow in through our businesses. But also we want to be conscious and to cultivate the beliefs, the mindset, and continually raise our standards of what we get to have. And to really be in that energy and operate from that energy when we're taking action in our business. So first of all, what I'd like us to do is we're going to do a little visualization, because this is a great way as well to rewire in our nervous system what's possible for us, to allow ourselves to dream big and really tap into what's possible, and really get in the energy of that. And then we can start to pinpoint what are some of the limiting beliefs that's stopping me from showing up at this level. So for a moment, I want you to just take a few slow deep breaths. Allow yourself to lean back in the chair and be supported. And I want you to allow yourself to breathe in calm and clarity, and letting go of any tension, doubt, or overwhelm. And I want you to imagine for a moment that version of you who let it be easy. The version of you who gave herself full permission to play big, to go for her dreams, to create, to show up in her beautiful, big, bold energy, in her most radiant magnetic energy. And I want you to see how is she showing up in the world? How is she holding herself? How is she communicating, sharing her gifts and talents in the world? And how are people responding to her? So I want you to notice the light and color, the radiance of her skin, the light in her eyes, the clothes she's wearing, how she's holding herself. And just allow that to be bigger and bolder. And it's where she trusts, it's where she just knows and allows herself to receive abundantly, knowing that she is meant to be abundantly financially supported, to expand, to play a bigger game, to share her gifts with the world. So, how would that feel? So I just want to tune in. First of all, check in with you guys. If you are tapping into a vision, you can just drop yes in the comments. Great. So I want you to really expand and really feel into that, how good it feels in every cell of your body and make it bigger and brighter. And how comfortable you feel asking and charging for your services. Feels much lighter, yes. This is where we really tap into how it really feels without the limitations, without the energetic blocks, because they've shifted. They don't even exist. And so we want to be in this energy as much as possible and taking action from this energy. So from this version of you, I want you to imagine that you are looking back at where you are right now. Imagine seeing you now. And from this perspective, I want you to see, how are you holding yourself back? How comfortable, looking back at where you are now, do you feel asking for what you want on a scale of 0 to 10? Charging for your services, and what's getting in the way? Or it might be looking back at where you are right now and how you're holding yourself back from showing up at a bigger level. And what do you see? What do you sense? What might you be scared of? What are the doubts? Yeah. Fear of judgments, fear of rejection. Want to make yourself small. And this is so, so common, especially for women, I think. I think men on some level, they're less, not always, but and also not working out and failing. Yeah. And can you see how we allow the fear sometimes to hold us back before we've even got it started? So I want you to also look at how much, if it's on a monetary level, I want you to look back at where you are now. And think about, if you were to charge, let's say, a premium income or, charge a specific amount for your services, how comfortable do you feel asking for it? And how much do you expect to receive it on a scale of 0 to 10? Because this is when we can actually measure it using EFT. So, when you hold yourself back, let's say there's the fear of judgment on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is it out of 10? So do drop it in the comments because I might work with this one first. A 6. Okay. And is that for fear of rejection or not? Some people have actually said to me they've gone to someone else because they're more successful. Okay. All right. So this is where we want to tap through this. We want to shift that and we want to tell a different story, right? Because this is where you want to really tap into what is your USP? Why you? Why would people want to work with you? Right? And we want to create a whole new story around what success looks and feels like, but also what, because there is only one of you, right? Why would somebody want to work with you over someone else? And we really want to dig deep because we don't want to get caught up in these limiting stories and start to go in that kind of compare and despair. Because the truth is, there's going to be so many more women that might want to work with you rather than her, right? We want to be really tapping into that, and this is where we want to be owning it as well, like really owning it on such a level, at a deep core level, so that you are showing up feeling so proud of what you've got to offer, and that people are lucky that they get not just to be in your presence, but that they get to work with you, right? We want to cultivate these beliefs. They get to work with me, especially when you love what you do and you care about your clients, right? Money can't buy that, right? That is a unique thing, and people can really feel that as well, right? So what we can do is we can either start with doing a general tapping based on what you've shared with me, or if you prefer, one of you can come forward with me before we dive in. So have a think about that and just drop it in the chat. And before we dive into this, I'm just going to explain how EFT works. Just in case you don't know what the tapping points are, and then we're going to start by doing a round. Okay, so have a think if any of you would like to kind of come forward and actually work with me one-on-one, which can be really effective, or you can just drop in the comments what comes up and I will just use some of what you've shared with me in the chat. Okay, so just to explain what emotional freedom techniques is, otherwise known as tapping. It's a mind-body tool that's scientifically proven to shift limiting beliefs rapidly, to rewire our whole nervous system. So we're not just working on our mindset, but we're working with our mind body, right? Because a lot of the time, limiting beliefs actually get stuck in our body on a cellular level. And so we're really working at a subconscious level, really powerful. And so what we do is with EFT, we start by tapping on the collar. Well, I like to start on the collarbone point, which is where all of our meridians cross, many of our meridians cross. So it's a really powerful point. And we start with a setup statement that we repeat 3 times, which lessens the grip of whatever that strong negative emotion is, whatever that negative or limiting belief is. And then we start with a tapping round where we start by tapping on the eyebrow point. So this is the eyebrow point on the inner eye, the side of the eye, under the eye. So you will be mirroring me and repeating after me, then under the nose, then the chin, the collarbone point, under the arm, and then top of the head. Okay? So what I'm going to do, and what we do is we're going to start with a setup statement. So I'm going to start off with even though I'm scared of, showing up in a bigger way in my business, being more visible, which is very, very common for women, because I'm scared of being judged. So we'll start with this. I want you to tune in on the call or watching the replay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense or true does that feel to you? Because we're going to measure it after a few rounds, okay? So the first round is always called truth tapping, where we voice all of our fears or self-doubts or the heaviness that we feel around this to start to shift it and allow it to start to release from our bodies on a cellular level. And what you're going to notice, and I want you to pay attention to this, is what comes up for you. There's going to be maybe little insights or shifts or memories or something like that. So I may use this example that people have said this to me. And, how did it make you feel, right? So do share in the comments how it made you feel or what story that then led you to create for yourself. And what we'll then do is we'll take a few slow deep breaths. Make sure you drink water throughout the day. And if you have that some there, and then just share with me what's coming up for you. And then we'll just do some more tapping rounds, tap through the negative before we tap through the positive, empowering belief system, which we then wire into our nervous system. Okay. So let's start by taking a few slow deep breaths. So first of all, are you both happy that I just dive in and you, yeah? All right, brilliant. Great. Yes, this is exciting. Yes, yes. All right. So first of all, I want you to take a few slow deep breaths. And I want you to tune into where you feel this fear of being rejected in your body. Where do you feel it? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? And does it feel like fear? What emotion do you feel? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Does it feel heavy? Just notice where you're holding that in your body, because what you're going to notice as we start doing some tapping, it's going to shift. Okay? And I want you to tune in on a scale of 0 to 10. How intense does it feel? This fear of rejection. And you can write that down for yourself. And we're going to start. I'm going to dive in. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So I want you to just tune in to, on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense that is for you so that we can really work through this. Yeah. Okay. And fear in stomach, shoulders and neck. Okay. And so let's start by taking a few slow deep breaths. I'm going to start by tapping and you repeat after me. So even though I feel so much sadness and fear of being rejected and judged, and it's holding me back from stepping up in my business in a bigger way, and I just want to shrink back because it's scary. And I'm just going to honor that and give myself some love right now. So we're going to repeat twice. Even though I feel so much fear in my body, fear of being rejected, judged, criticized, maybe even ridiculed. That would feel really painful to me. So I hold myself back, play small. And that makes me feel sad. And I'm just going to honor that and love and accept myself deeply and completely anyway. Even though I hold myself back in my business out of fear of judgment, rejection, criticism, or ridicule. Because maybe it's happened before and it really hurt. And I'm just going to honor that and give myself some love right now. So we're going to start by tapping on the eyebrow point and working through the points. All of this fear, all of this sadness, all of the ways I hold myself back out of fear of being judged, criticized, maybe even shut down. It feels really scary. All the ways I try to protect myself by staying small, by shrinking back, because it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe in my nervous system to step up in a bigger way. And maybe I learned that from somewhere, that it wasn't safe. And my body remembers that on some level. Or maybe someone said to me that they're choosing to work with someone else because they're more successful. And it really hurt. It made me feel sad. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. Like what I had to offer wasn't good enough. Maybe it brought up other limiting beliefs. And it shut me down. I pulled back and shut down my big energy because of her, because of that comment. All of the ways I fear rejection and give my power away. No wonder I feel so sad. When deep down in my heart, I know I've got so much to give, but I judge myself. What if it's not enough? That really hurts. And I'm just going to honor that. Honoring all of this fear of rejection from others, and all the ways that I reject myself. So just take a few slow deep breaths. Now with EFT, this is just a first round, so we're going to work through the rounds. And EFT, it can bring up different emotions, but we want it to trigger and bring up different emotions so that we can work through it and process it and clear it out so that we can get to the more empowering beliefs. Okay, but this is to trigger up new insights. It's, for us to become aware of what's really going on beneath the surface. And so that we can start to transform this. So I just want you to share with me if you can, and otherwise I will just work through some of this, but what came up for you in that round, and if you're feeling it more intensely or less intensely, like if you want to share what's coming up for you, do feel free, but otherwise I will just work through some of this But obviously, the more specific that you can be or share with me, then the more I can more specifically kind of work to shift through and let go of some of this. Because it can be quite painful. But as we're tapping on the acupressure points, what it does is it allows us to feel our feelings, to bring it up, and it actually calms our nervous system. So it resets the body. Okay, so feeling a bit relieved, feeling a bit of deception about myself. I could have done more. Thank you. Oh, I love how you're sharing both, I shed some tears because I feel like I've let myself down by listening to others and negative thoughts. And this is the thing. This is where the sadness is. We think sometimes the sadness is because of what they said, but the real sadness is what we do to ourselves, how we hold ourselves back, make ourselves small just because of, you know, for fear of other, upsetting other people, but really that is what breaks our own heart, is when we're holding ourselves back because you've got so much to give. You've got so much to offer, and your soul knows you're here to do incredible, amazing things. You've got so much to share, and people need what you have to offer. And feeling, you know, we always, feeling sad as well that we could have done more. We're always so hard on ourselves, right? We can be so hard on ourselves. We want to tap through this, always feeling that, it's not good enough. I could have done more. It could be better. I need to be better. This constant drive to want to be better, do more, be more, rather than seeing, wow, what I've done is incredible. I'm so incredibly talented, right? Because I know you are, right? And what you've done is incredible, right? So we can always do more, right? But then we've got our life to do more. But there comes a point where we need to look and celebrate every single moment and think, you know what? I'm so proud of myself. Yet how often do we actually take a moment to say, to stop, right? Rather than keep doing, lean back and say, you know what? I'm so proud of myself for all that I'm doing, all the ways that I'm showing up. So let's continue doing this tapping. I love this. Right. So just tune into the shifts and where you're feeling. We'll still do a few more negative rounds. Okay. So even though I'm feeling sad and I feel like I've let myself down by holding myself back, listening to others, negativity, and shrinking myself back because of their negative comments. And I'm just going to honor that and give myself some love right now. I'm going to go through the different points, yeah? So even though I feel a bit disappointed in myself, I could have done more. And that makes me feel bad about myself. All the ways that I'm so hard on myself to be more, to do more, to prove more. When does it end? And I'm just going to honor that and give myself some love right now. Even though I'm seeing all the ways that I've been so hard on myself, all the ways that I judge myself, that I'm my harshest critic. Maybe as a way to protect myself before others can. or maybe as a way to pull myself back because I'm scared of how other people might judge me. And I'm feeling all this sadness because of all the ways that I've held myself back, but also let myself down by listening to others. And I'm just going to honor that and love and accept and forgive myself deeply and completely. All of this fear, all of this sadness. I've got to do more, be more. I could have done more. There's always more. All the ways I continually raise the bar. And on some hand, it means I achieve loads. I'm a high achiever. I'm ambitious. I've got drive. I've got passion. And I love that about myself. But on another level, it hurts because it's never enough. It's never enough. I never get to feel that it's enough, that I'm enough. And I'm just going to honor that. And all of this sadness, all the ways that I'm so hard on myself. In some ways, I'm my harshest critic. And it's never enough. I'm like a slave driver. Do more. Come on. It's not enough yet. All the ways I can be so mean to myself. And I'm just going to honor that. And all the ways that I judge myself and hold myself back. And maybe I've even judged myself based on what other people have said to me. I've let it in. I've made their voice louder than mine. And I've allowed it to pull me back from going for what I truly want to create for myself, which is to take my business to the next level, which is to create a business that feels so good to me, that makes a difference, where I get to show up and be in my energy and enjoy being me and let it be easy and be in my flow and shine and let people come to me and say, wow, I love this. What you have to offer, what I have to offer. And they love being in my energy, in my presence. They love that they get to work with me. But I'm holding myself back because maybe I have been judged by others before and it hurt. But I can see now all the ways that I've given my power away to this, and I'm not willing to do it anymore. Warning, bit of swearing ahead. Fuck that. I've been playing small for way too long. And I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore. It's cost me. It's cost me too much in terms of money, time, energy, ease. joy, flow, success that feels easy. And the truth is, I have big desires, big dreams, so much that I want to experience that would feel so good to me. And that means allowing myself to step up in a bigger way, to shine, to let it be easy, and to know it's enough. I'm enough. And to enjoy every step of the way. I'm so ready for this. A new way, a new loving and supportive way of being there for myself, of celebrating each and every milestone, goal that I've achieved, even little ways that I show up. I'm open to being there for myself at a whole new level, to supporting myself at a whole new level, knowing that I deserve to be supported and allow myself to receive. All right, so just take a few slow, deep breaths and just share maybe what come through. Now, I went through a few different things, so I just wanted to check if it resonated, like what resonated, what didn't. Well, mainly what resonated, so that we can continue working through some of this. Because we're going to start to slowly, obviously, if there's other negative things coming up, we want to shift through any of that. But otherwise, we're going to move on to a positive round where we are taking our power back, where we are going for it. We want to shift to the energy, a whole new energy. So you are feeling unstoppable. So just share in the comments maybe what's coming up for you or how you found that round or how you're feeling now so that we can tune in. So remember when we first started, for some of you, there was some fear. For some of you, there was some sadness. So we want to check in to see what is the emotion now? Is it as intense? How you're feeling? So I can just tune in and then, obviously work through to a more positive round. So just share in the comments. That was a bit of a longer round, but I just want to check. Oh, great. That's what I want to hear. So more relaxed, motivated. So did that resonate? And also, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel kind of moving forwards? Um, you know, unstoppable and oh, love that. Yes, more determined. Yes. So I want you to, before we move on to the next round, actually, I want you to tune in to if you wanted to take like an action step or set a goal for yourself, right, today, and you want to share in the comments, feel free. Because this is something where we can clear out any resistance that is holding you back on any level to really go for that goal, to go ask for that, whatever it is you're going for, right? So, what is it that you want to go for? Let's clear out whatever is in the way, because this is how I love to work with my clients. Through coaching, it's like we tap into the vision, we tap into what the goal is, which will stretch you more than you would normally yourself. And then we clear out anything that gets in the way of that. So you're feeling unstoppable. But I love that. So that already shows that you're already shifting some of this, feeling more relaxed, more motivated, more determined. But let's just crank up now the notch so that you're like, yes, I've got this. I'm going for it. Nothing's holding me back. Oh, show up social authentically more frequently. I feel like I'm ghosting it, which loses me clients. I'm not doing business building activities to just do Nothing. Yeah. And listen, you're certainly not alone on that. This is so, so common. It's probably, we could all be showing up a lot more on socials, more authentically. But yeah, I love that. Right. So let's weave some of that in and then anything else that you want to weave in. So we will weave that in. Great goal. Love it. Love it. Right. Let me just wait to see if there's anything else coming through. And then we're going to dive in. So this would be our last be more bold. Oh, yeah. We want that. We want to be bold. We want to be bold and we want to be going for it. Right. So avoiding, yeah. So I'm avoiding bigging myself up when there are opportunities. Oh, yeah, there's opportunities all around. So we want to be showing up and expecting. So remember, we want to be in the energy of not hoping, not waiting, not asking, not praying. We want to be in the energy of I know, I trust, it's happening. I'm showing up and it's already done kind of energy. And the most important is just enjoying being you, enjoying being who you are just for the hell of it, just for, being you because you love being in your energy, right? And the more you get to enjoy being you, the more other people love to be around you as well, right? They get to be in your energy. They get to work with you, right? It's a privilege. That's what we want to be cultivating. They get to work with you. Um, for all of you, right? They get to experience the gifts that you bring, the talent, the incredible, unique talents and gifts and energy that you bring, which is unique to you. There is no one else on the planet like you, right? So let's start by last round. Then I'm going to start by tapping on the collarbone point. So just tuning in. So even though I'm seeing all the ways that I've held myself back and shut down my big energy. And the truth is, I'm done with that. Fuck that. I want more. I have big desires, big dreams, a big, bold energy, and so much to share. And I'm just going to honor that and love and accept myself deeply and completely, even though I can see all the ways that I've held myself back. Put a lid on my big energy. When the truth is, I'm so ready to play a much bigger game. Bring it on. I'm ready for it all. And I'm just going to honor that and love and adore myself deeply and completely. So even though I can see all the ways that I've held myself back, shut down my energy with fear, sadness, maybe feeling that I'm not good enough. I'm so ready to let go of these old stories that are not even true. They've never been true. And I'm tuning in to my heart and all that I have to share with the world, to give my joy, my love, making a difference through the work that I do, through my passion, my energy. And the truth is, when I show up fully as being me, it feels so good. I love being me. And I'm just going to honor that and give myself some love right now. I've held myself back for way too long. And I'm seeing how it's cost me. And I'm not willing to hold myself back anymore. Because the truth is, I have so much to offer. And I'm tapping into my desires, my passion, my goals, my vision, my mission. There's so much I want to do and create in this lifetime. And I'm not willing to pay the price anymore. I'm tapping into my passion, my desires, and I'm open and ready to step out in a much bigger way and allow myself to receive on a whole new level. Praise, money, success, joy, ease, flow. I want to experience more. I want to feel powerful and shine. And that means giving myself permission, not waiting for anyone else, because I want to experience the world, be successful, feel alive, step up in a bigger way. I want to show up more authentically, more frequently, as me, more boldly, more brightly, radiating, vibrantly. Because the truth is, I'm a passionate, vibrant woman. And my energy is magnetic. And when I'm in that energy, I love being me. And the more I delight in being me, the more others delight in being around me. That's when I'm most attractive. I'm so ready for more. More joy, more opportunities, more ease, more flow, even more passion. And every time I step up and out in a bigger way, I celebrate that I've just broken through another old boundary that used to keep me small. I'm expanding. I love being in this energy. I need this energy for my mission and to feel powerful. And I want to enjoy the journey every step of the way. And I'm going to be real and honest about what I want. And I'm going for it. I'm meant for bigger things. I have so much to give. And I'm so open and ready to receive and step up in this bigger energy, in my unshakable energy, knowing that I'm more than enough. Anything is possible for me. I'm more than capable. It's safe for me to trust in myself and in a higher power that is willing me, that's saying, come on, you can do it. Because the truth is, I am supported to live my purpose, to play a bigger game. I'm meant for all of this and so much more. And I'm so ready, open, and willing to do this, to have my back, to surround myself with people who are cheering me on, reminding me of how incredible I am, of my gifts and innate value. That is never questioned. I was born worthy and meant to do big things in the world. I'm meant for so much more. And I'm putting my stake in the ground and I'm going for it. This is it. Now is my time. And I love being me. Just take a few slow deep breaths. So what we've done, just take a few slow deep breaths first of all, and just tune into how you are feeling in your body. Just notice if anything else came up as we're kind of wrapping up the session now. Notice if you had any other insights or if you're feeling maybe even a shift of energy. You know, when we started off with the truth tapping, the first round where we voice any fears, we measured it on sadness, and then we worked through it. Yeah. Yes. And then we've done a positive round. So this is how EFT works. We start off with the truth tapping, how we're really feeling, then work through the negative that may be coming up, and then clear it out and shift through the positive. So I love that. So I feel more positive, feeling more empathetic, patient with myself and powerful. I completely shifted. Love it. So that's exactly what we wanted. And this is the power of EFT. It can really shift and rewire old limiting beliefs to cultivating empowered beliefs rapidly. But it's not just the mindset. You've actually wired it into your body, right? So anytime moving on from today, you feel any sadness, you're holding yourself back, any fear, tapping is so I'm feeling sitting up straighter too, more aware of who I am and more in tune with myself. So often this is because sometimes even, let's say in our power center and our solar plexus, something has shifted. We're feeling more powerful. You're owning your power at a whole new level. And it's like our energy shifted. You've shifted out a block, right? And I love that because this is the energy of now you're going to be, want to be showing up in your business, tapped into this real inner power. Like this is your most authentic energy when you know your power, because the truth is you are powerful, right? Anything where we believe that's actually not the truth. So the more you are totally in your authentic energy, the more it actually resonates with other people who also want some of what you've got to offer, right? So I love that. So remember, keep tapping. So as we're wrapping up, I love this. And yes, so as we are, women in business, right? We want to keep showing up. We want to keep being there for ourselves, loving and supporting ourselves every step of the way, being patient with ourselves. Because when we're ambitious, we've got big goals. There's always more that we can do, do more, be more, have more, as they say. But We want to be really loving ourselves every step of the way. And remember, we want to enjoy the journey. And joy is one of the highest vibrations and frequencies that is very magnetic. And, that's what it's all about. That's why we're doing what we're doing, really. It's because we love what we do, right? So make sure that you are keep tapping, keep supporting yourselves with these empowering belief systems. Know that tapping is a fantastic tool that you can use even 5 minutes a day that will help to tone down any fear or self-doubt, even if you just tap on a few of the tapping points, to shift from any negative energy to positive energy very quickly. So before we go, just very, very quickly, just to share with people that I am doing a very special offer, which is, and I haven't done this for a long time, but if you would like to work one-on-one with me, I am doing a mini package. I'm offering a mini package, which I haven't offered for a long time, which is 3 75-minute sessions with me, one-to-one, where we can really dive deep into whatever may be holding you back. It can be on any area in your life, in your business. And obviously in a one-to-one, you can really dive deep and work through it rapidly, very, very quickly. To rewire it completely. And so I'm offering 3 75-minute sessions for £500. And if this is something that you were interested, do let me know. It's going to be available till the 10th of June. Yeah, and there's 8 available, right? So do let me know if this is something that you may be interested in. But apart from that, I just want to say a big thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being open to this work. For being so open, for sharing, for tapping through it. And if you're, thank you, thank you. You're brilliant. You're amazing. Thank you so, so much. Honestly, you ladies are incredible. And I want to see you stepping up and out. I am going to be supporting you, okay? Every step of the way. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Don't listen to these negative people, right? They are not for you. You want to be surrounding yourself with people who see your value, how incredible you are, and keep going for it, okay? So apart from that, sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for coming, and I wish you a fantastic week. And if you are interested, do get in touch with me on my socials on Instagram, Chloé Gold Coach, or Chloé at chloegold.com. And yeah, I look forward to speaking to you soon. Lots of love. Have a great week. Bye. Thank you so much.